The history of the 1995 Lincoln cent is a fascinating chapter in the long legacy of America's most iconic coin, the Lincoln penny, which has been in circulation since 1909. The 1995 Lincoln cent continues the design that millions of people recognize instantly, featuring the profile of Abraham Lincoln on the obverse and the Lincoln Memorial on the reverse. This coin reflects not just the artistry and symbolism of the United States Mint, but also the ongoing evolution of coinage, production technology, and quality control practices during the 1990s. The obverse of the 1995 cent features the classic portrait of Abraham Lincoln, originally designed by Victor David Brenner in 1909 to commemorate the centennial of Lincoln's birth. Above Lincoln's head is the inscription, "In God We Trust." To the left is the word liberty, and to the right is the date 1995, followed by the mint mark if applicable. This design has remained largely unchanged for decades, symbolizing consistency and respect for the nation's 16th president. On the reverse side, the Lincoln Memorial design by Frank Gasparro, which first appeared in 1959 to mark the 150th anniversary of Lincoln's birth, is featured. This design replaced the original wheat ears reverse and has remained on the penny through 2008. The Lincoln Memorial reverse is notable for including a tiny representation of the statue of Lincoln visible between the columns of the memorial, an impressive detail considering the small size of the coin. The inscriptions, United States of America, 1 cent and a pluribus unum appear around the design. The 1995 Lincoln cent was produced at 3 United States Mint facilities, Philadelphia, Denver, and San Francisco. The Philadelphia Mint coins bear no mint mark, while those from Denver carry a small D below the date, and the San Francisco coins feature an S mint mark used only for proof coins intended for collectors. In 1995, the Philadelphia Mint struck more than 6.4 billion cents. While Denver produced more than 7.1 billion, the San Francisco Mint created about 2 million proof coins, which were sold in special collector sets. These massive mintages reflect how heavily the penny was relied upon in everyday commerce during the mid-1990s. However, the 1995 Lincoln cent is perhaps best known for a remarkable minting error that gained national attention among collectors, the 1995 Double Die Obverse variety. This famous error occurred when the hub used to strike. The dies was slightly misaligned during production, creating a strong doubling effect on the inscriptions, especially Liberty and In God We Trust. The doubling is bold and easily visible to the naked eye, making it one of the most popular double die varieties of the modern era, unlike many earlier double die cents, which are rare and valuable. The 1995 double die cent was discovered early in production, allowing many examples to enter circulation. Estimates suggest that tens of thousands of these error coins were released primarily from the Philadelphia Mint. Collectors quickly began searching rolls of 1995 cents, hoping to find this double die variety. The error's popularity sparked renewed interest in coin collecting in the mid-1990s, with major media outlets covering the discovery. The 1995 double die cent became one of the most famous modern error coins, joining the ranks of earlier varieties, like the 1955 double die cent and the 1972 double die cent. While it is not as rare as those earlier issues, it remains highly collectible and valuable, especially in high grades. Beyond the famous error, the regular 1995 cents also demonstrate the minting standards of their time. By the mid-1990s, the composition of the Lincoln cent had long since changed from the original 95% copper alloy to a copper-plated zinc core, a change made in 1982 to reduce production costs. The 1995 cents are therefore made of 97.5% zinc and 2.5% copper, giving them a lighter weight of 2.5 grams, compared to the 3.11 grams of pre-1982 copper cents. This composition change occasionally led to quality issues, such as surface bubbles or plating imperfections, which collectors often note when grading or inspecting coins from this period. In proof form, the 1995's Lincoln cents display sharp details, mirror-like fields, and frosted devices typical of modern proof coins. The San Francisco Mint's proofs are prized by collectors for their beauty and craftsmanship, while the regular strike coins were mass-produced for circulation. The proofs were carefully struck multiple times on polished planchets, creating a stunning contrast between the raised and flat surfaces. The year 1995 also marks an interesting period in the broader context of the Lincoln cents history. The United States Mint was preparing for major changes that would come later in the 2000s, including the transition from the Lincoln Memorial Reverse to the 4 different designs of 2009, celebrating the bicentennial of Lincoln's birth, and the later Shield Reverse introduced in 2010, the 1995 cent, thus stands as one of the last full decades of the Lincoln Memorial era, representing a continuity of tradition before the design evolution that followed. For coin collectors and historians, the 1995 Lincoln cent offers much to appreciate. It embodies both the legacy of Abraham Lincoln and the technological advances of modern minting. Its famous double die variety connects it to the long tradition of minting anomalies that fascinate collectors, and its massive production numbers show how integral the penny remained to American life during the 1990s. While debates over the usefulness of the cent have continued, the 1995 issue remains a beloved and collectible piece of American numismatic history. Whether found in a pocket change collection or preserved in a proof set, the 1995 Lincoln cent tells a story of craftsmanship, tradition, and discovery. Its presence in millions of collections today ensures that the humble penny and the enduring image of Abraham Lincoln will continue to inspire curiosity and respect among future generations. The story of the 1995 Lincoln cent goes far deeper than just its design and production numbers. It represents a pivotal point in American numismatic history where tradition met modern minting technology and public fascination with coins reached new heights. The Lincoln cent had already been in production for over 85 years by 1995, making it one of the longest-running coin designs in United States history. This remarkable continuity connects generations of Americans through a single image of Abraham Lincoln and the ideals he represents. To truly understand the 1995 Lincoln cent, we must look at the historical context that led to its creation and the minting practices of that time. The 1990s were a decade of modernization for the United States Mint. The Mint was refining its quality control systems, adopting computerized die-making technology, and improving the consistency of strikes. Yet despite all these advances, errors like the famous 1995 Double Die Obverse still occurred, which shows how even small imperfections in the die hubbing process could create varieties that became legendary among collectors. During this era, the Mint was also dealing with the realities of inflation and the declining purchasing power of the penny. The cost to produce a 1-cent coin was approaching its face value due to the rising price of zinc and copper. By 1995, the cent's role in commerce was increasingly questioned, yet the coin continued to be produced in massive numbers because of its cultural and psychological importance. Americans were attached to the penny. It symbolized thrift, honesty, and a tangible connection to the nation's history. In terms of design, the obverse portrait by Victor David Brenner continued to honor Abraham Lincoln's legacy as the president who preserved the Union and ended slavery. Brenner's initials VDB had originally appeared prominently on the reverse of the 1909 cent, but public criticism led to their removal and later reappearance in a smaller form below Lincoln's shoulder in 1918. By 1995, that small VDB had become a permanent and respected detail of the design, a mark of the artist's enduring influence. The reverse of the coin, featuring Frank Gasparo's Lincoln Memorial, had also become an American icon in its own right. When Gasparo designed the Memorial Reverse in 1959, He wanted to create a sense of national unity and strength. The inclusion of the tiny seated figure of Lincoln inside the memorial was a subtle but profound detail. It connected the image on the obverse with the structure built to honor him in Washington, D.C. By 1995, this design had been in use for 36 years, seen by every generation since the mid-20th century.